It's Friday, April 17th, 2009, and this video is brought to you thanks to the insanity of the Nerdfighters. Nerdfighters. Alright, so before I begin, I'd just like to explain that I've kind of run out of ideas of what to talk about for Veda, and I decided to go on the Ning and ask people what they thought. And I thought, hey, why not do a 5-part video with nothing but Nerdfighter suggestions? If you don't know what the Nerdfighters are, please go to Vlogbrothers. It's a channel here on YouTube. Check it out. You'll understand. One or two of these things are kind of Vlogbrother inspired, and then some of them are just random things that everyone asked me to do. So, part 1, draw on your face with a marker! Alright, thanks to movie magic, I have my marker right here, and I'm now going to draw on my face. So, here we go. Can't even see. Okay, there, I drew on my face. It's a heart. I don't think you can see it very well, but I did in fact draw on my face. You can see that if you can. I don't know if you can, you'll probably be able to see it. Yeah, you can see it much better now that I'm like away. So there we go, there's my drawing on my face. Yay! I'm not coloring it or anything because I'm not getting away from the camera. So there, I drew a heart. So I drew on my face. Part 2 of the vlog is going to be me explaining Canadian currency. Now the original question was for me to explain American currency, but I'm not American, so I'm going to explain Canadian currency. Now, we'll start with a penny. This is a penny. There's a maple leaf on one side, and there's the queen on the other. And a penny is worth 1 cent. There's 100 cents in a dollar. That's a penny. They used to be made of copper. I don't know if they're made of copper anymore. Alright. Next, we have a nickel. It's upside down. There's a beaver on one side, and of course, the queen on the other. A nickel is worth 5 cents. There are 20 nickels in a dollar. It's a nickel. Alright. Next, we have a dime. Now, this is actually what inspired the talk about currency thing, because someone told me to spin on a dime, and they were British, and they didn't know what a dime was. So this is a dime. It has the blue nose on it, on one side. That's a schooner. It's very famous for Canadians. And, of course, on the other side, it is the queen. While this is larger than a nickel and a penny in terms of currency value, it is actually smaller than a penny. So there, look. Smaller than a penny. It fits on the penny. It's smaller than the penny. That's so weird. Alright. So next, we have a quarter. On one side there's a caribou. On the other is a queen. There's, of course, 4 quarters in a dollar because it's a quarter of a dollar. Magical. Also, there's 10 dimes in a dollar because a dollar is worth 100 cents, and 10 cents times 10 is 100. Alright, so next in Canadian currency, we have the loonie. It's called a loonie because there's a loon on one side, and then on the other side, there's the queen. This is worth $1. So this is $1 for us, and it's called a loonie. And then finally, for change, in terms of coined money, we have the toonie. This came into circulation when I was 9. It is silver with gold in the middle, so it's kind of somewhere between being a quarter and a loonie. It is worth $2. There's a polar bear on one side, and of course, the queen on the other. So, that is my explanation of Canadian currency. Hopefully that was helpful. Bye! Hi, alright, it's time for part 3. Now, before I start part 3, I'd just like to give a little disclaimer. I'm 20 years old, and in Canada, the legal drinking age is 19. There are 2 provinces where it's 18, but anyways, I am well over 19, thus I am legally allowed to drink alcohol, so I'm not doing anything improper. So, what the request was that originally they wanted me to eat a tablespoon of cinnamon, but I don't have any cinnamon or anything. So I offered them the choice of me having a tablespoon of peanut butter, something else, whiskey, or milk. And they chose for me to have whiskey. So this is Crown Royal, good Canadian whiskey. And this is my spoon. Also got a glass of pop here for a chaser, because freaking hate doing shots. I do like them, but just I wasn't really prepared for this, so I'm gonna pour it in here. I'm gonna let you see me pour it, so you know that I'm actually doing it. Here we go. It's not pouring. There we go. Okay, so here's my teaspoon of whiskey. Here we go. That wasn't so bad. Alright, so part 4 is probably the weirdest part of the video. Now, anyone who's seen John's eat 5 sheets of toilet paper while talking about the situation in Nepal will realize where the idea kind of came from. So what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to read a haiku that I have written while speaking in a British accent and eating a tissue. Now, it should be a roll of toilet paper, top sheets of toilet paper, but I live in residence, so who knows what's touched that. So I'm going to start eating the toilet paper, and then I'm going to recite the haiku. And I'm hoping that I don't bite my tongue, because I've tried doing this before and I keep biting my tongue. So we rip off a piece of toilet paper and we stick it in the mouth. I ate tissue because the Nerdfighters asked. Why did I do that? Alright, so for part 5, I'm supposed to act out my favorite novel, and I'm going to try to act out Gargoyle. I've tried doing this a couple of times, but I keep messing up and cursing, so here we go. Wow, I'm such a handsome porn star, and I love whiskey. Oh no, I've poured some in my lap. Oh well, shouldn't be a problem. Holy, are those flaming arrows? Better move. No, crash, crash. Oh, on fire. Oh no, my lap, it's all burnt. Later, in the hospital. You suck. Oh, there's a bitch snake in my spine, and I look like a gremlin. I'm so disgusting, I'm all burnt, and they took away my junk. Hi, I'm Marian Engel. You don't remember me, but we were lovers 700 years ago. She's insane. So, I'm going to tell you the story of how we met. Your life, my life, and the lives of many other people. She's really insane, but I think she's in love with me. And I think I love her too. I carve gargoyles because God tells me to. Yeah, really freaking insane. I'll try to take care of you the best I can. Come home with me, but sometimes I might ignore you because I'm going to be making gargoyles. They screamed to me through the stone. I was planning on killing myself before I met her, and when she was hanging out with me in the hospital, I didn't want to kill myself. But now I'm thinking I might kill myself again. Should I kill myself? Chisel, 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 chisel. Don't eat, don't do anything else. Just chisel, 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 chisel. I'm worried about you. Don't worry about me. I have to give my heart away to all of these different gargoyles, and then I can finally die. And you have to do something very important to me when that happens. But please, don't do anything. You're her best friend. I think she's insane. Well, I can't do anything about it unless I'm a family member, and I'm not. So I can't actually have her institutionalized. Damn it. Weird Dante-esque dream where I pass through many levels of hell. Actually, if you stay here, you can stay as handsome as you are now. All of your ugliness has faded away, and you're just as you were before. But you can't be with Marianne. I guess I'll leave then. Returns to the real world. I had the weirdest dream. Hey, the coin on my necklace is missing. Same coin I gave to Sharon when I was crossing the river Styx. That's so weird. Did you take it? No, sweetie, I didn't take it. Thinks it's a dream. And now I'm going to walk off into the ocean, never to be seen again. And what you have to do is, you have to let me go. I was never quite sure whether Marianne was actually insane or not, but when she walked out from the ocean, I just let her go. There was a really long period of time where people wondered if it was a suicide, but they couldn't prove anything, so eventually got all her money. The copy of Dante's Inferno that she gave me that was translated into German turns out to be an actual real copy. I start to wonder things. I'm going to live for her. And that's basically a recap of Gargoyle in a really weird way. So, yeah, I did it. Yay! Okay, so I only have 30 seconds to say this, so I'm going to say this really quick. Thank you to all the Nerdfighters, for giving me all the awesome suggestions. I'm sorry if the recap acting out thing didn't turn out quite as you planned. I have a hard time remembering exactly what happened in the book, but it's really good, and I missed a lot of parts, but it's just hard to encapsulate it because there's so many things that happen and on so many levels, but it's a really great book. You should read it. And thank you, everyone. Also, I've learned that tissues and whiskey are mortal enemies, and my stomach really, really hurts. Have a great time. Bye!